Hello and welcome to the Easter Saturday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. We've got 8 races at Ascot Racecourse on Saturday. Let's have a look at the forecast conditions. We're expecting a mostly sunny day, around 28 degrees Celsius in Perth. The track to be in the good 4 range and the rail to move to the 7 metre position. Race number 1 will jump at 1:14. It's the Touch Handicap over 2,200 metres. The replay horse we can look at the ready, finishing third at Ascot on the 17th of March.
Wider out, Sandalwood runs on. Couleur Bazaar hits the front now. Couleur Bazaar from Schooner, Persian Princess down the outside. Sandalwood from Dude Man Bro at the 100 mark. Persian Princess got through in the middle. On the outside, Sandalwood keeps coming with at the ready with a late run. They went to it, they hit it, it's tight. Great finish.
At the ready is the pick of the weights as he reopposes Sandalwood, Persian Princess, Dude Man Bro and Juicing Carrots 2 weeks on from the replay race. That does look like the best reference, but Saturday's event may be run slightly differently, which brings me on to number 1 Sandalwood. He won that contest, but the presence of the unpronounceables Hakuna Matata and Nunsati Rindas injected pace into it that may be missing from Saturday's race. It may well be worth opposing Sandalwood here because of the forecast lack of tempo. Most of his disappointing results have occurred in events that have been run below benchmark speed to the turn at least. Number 6 Persian Princess gets a gear change, the blinkers come off, the visor goes on for the first time. That's an attempt to correct her racing manners because she over-raced in the replay event. And number 4 Dude Man Bro sprinted surprisingly well first up, but he didn't accelerate in a similar fashion second up. He may well be a better proposition as a fresh horse rather than third up. Line top selection in race number 1, going with number 2 at the ready to beat number 1 Sandalwood, 6 Persian Princess and 4 Dude Man Bro. Race number 2 at Ascot on Easter Saturday will jump at 1:54. It's the Amelia Park Handicap over 1,100 metres. The replay horse going to look at the top one, Get the Vibe, winning over course and distance on the 3rd of March.
Tango Aura joined very quickly by Get the Vibe, and now Salubrious down the outside puts in its run, and then wider out is 3 Secrets. Father Nick can't win. Get the Vibe nearing the 100 mark. Got about a half a length. Tango Aura trying to rally, but it's Get the Vibe in front. Tango Aura sticks on well, but Get the Vibe too good. Get the Vibe beat Tango Aura.
Get the Vibe put up career best numbers when winning over Ascot's 1,100 metre course 4 weeks ago. There's absolutely no reason why she can't go back to back here. She's in really good form. I think the race sets up pretty well as well. She'll be midfield and running over the top of them late. Goes on top from number 2 We Centres, posted back-to-back victories over 1,000 metres after failing to settle in the slower tempo of a 1,200 metre race. She is 2 from 2 over 1,100 metres, so it is hard to knock her form. It's just that it probably suits Get the Vibe a little bit more over 1,100 than We Sent. Number 3 Rock on Tommy trialled really nicely behind In Love with Paris. The jury is out whether he hates Ascot or whether he'd had enough by the time he got to headquarters in November last year. He's the only boy in this race. And number 8 Necklet also trialled really nicely. She kicked off over 1,200 metres in her first preparation that ended in the WA Champion Filly Stakes over a mile. So I am querying the 1,100 metres here. It may be a touch too short. Line top selection in race number 2, going with number 1 Get the Vibe to beat 2 We Sent, 3 Rock on Tommy and 8 Necklet. Race number 3 at Ascot on Easter Saturday will jump at 2:33. It's the Sonia Handicap over 1,600 metres. The replay horse, we're going to look at My Grace. 3 starts ago on the 17th of February, finishing second at Ascot.
Manasaur pulled to the outside by Hill. Mulga searching for a run behind them. So's My Grace, Persian Princess, Storm Dancer. Western Temples bullocked his way into the clear now, and he's finishing full of running. 100 left to go. Look at Western Temple. Gather them up. He storms up with My Grace. It's Western Temple's day. That's a brilliant ride by Kirby. He boots home a double.
The significance of the replay race was it was the last time that My Grace tackled Ascot's 1,600 metre course. It was 3 starts ago. She drops in grade here from 69 plus right down to 62 plus. This is a graduation race. It's her easiest assignment for quite a while, and she'll probably never get a better chance to break her duck at Ascot. She's had 13 goes for the 4 second places, and if Andrew Castle rides her aggressively here, I think she'll be really hard to beat. This is a race without any leaders. It's a bit like the Australian cricket team at the moment. None of the horses on the map have ever gone to the front. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. I want to see My Grace no worse than a couple of pairs back. Number 1, Mulga, has found trouble on each of his last 2 starts. They've been at Ascot. Clearly, Gary Hitchcock has got this galloper back to form, but does he like headquarters? That has to be the query for him. Number 5, Middle Earth, ran on okay behind Keeper's Son in a similar race 2 weeks ago. His speed figures out at the race were only moderate though, and the tempo was pretty decent, so big question mark there about Middle Earth. And number 7, Discoville. If there is a leader in this race, and if I had to bet on who would go to the front, it would probably be Discoville, but that's the only reason why he's in the numbers. My top selection here in race number 3, a very difficult race, going with number 2, My Grace, to beat 1, Mulga, 5, Middle Earth, and 7, Discoville. Race number 4 at Ascot on Easter Saturday will jump at 10 past 3. It's the first of the features. It's the Grandstand Cup, a listed race over 1,500 metres. The replay horse, it's the rejuvenated Red Aura, winning at Bunbury on the 21st of March.
Travels to the outside, and here comes Red Aura from Roger the Roman. In behind them, Red Publisher. Eli Kazoom still well back. Falcon Crest winding up with Royal Missile. Red Aura reaches the lead. Oliver's Travels kicks again at the 100. However, Red Aura, Oliver's Travels together, but it's Red Aura. He gets his head in front. He does too well, and he's back to the big time.
Red Aura is enjoying a new lease of life in the Albany yard of Steve Wolf. The forecast hot tempo here with wrinkly corporate larrikin and already famous, sure to push to the front, should suit the run-on style of Red Aura, and the Bunbury Stakes winner goes on top here. Number 2, Falcon Crest meets Red Aura, 2 kilos better than when just under 2 lengths separated them in that Bunbury race. I do think that Falcon Crest may well be a better proposition fresh. He'll have to bring his best form here. I think you might want to see him turned out before he does that again, like he did in the Detonator Stakes. Number 7, Northridge, could really pop up at long odds here. He's been running reasonable races, putting up decent speed figures. If they go too fast, he's one of those that may run on quite well late. I wouldn't count him out at all. And number 4, Zuccaros, gets on really well with William Pike. 3 firsts and 1 second from their 4 unions together. And he's another galloper that prefers to run on late, so he'll be looking for a hot speed on top. My top selection in the Grandstand Cup, going to go with number 1, the in-form Red Aura, to beat 2, Falcon Crest, 7, Northridge, and 4, Zuccaros.